Would counsel announce appearances, please?
Amber Norris for the state.
Your Honor, James Watts on behalf of the defendant, who appears via Zoom from the Butler County Jail.
I'm not going to allow him to say James Watts on behalf of me.
As should be noted, however, James B. Watts from the county jail has elected to proceed pro se.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hi, Judge.
All right, we'll go on the record. This is in the District Court of Butler County, Kansas. Case is entitled State of Kansas versus James Brent Watts. Case number 22 CR 83. Would counsel announce appearances, please?
Amber Norris for the state.
Your Honor, James Watts on behalf of the defendant, who appears via Zoom from the Butler County Jail.
I'm not going to allow him to say James Watts on behalf of me.
As should be noted, however, James B. Watts from the county jail has elected to proceed pro se.
All right, and for purposes of the record, Attorney Watts is standby counsel.
I'm not going to allow him to say he's acting on my behalf and call himself James Watts. He is not acting on my behalf.
Well, that is his name, Mr. Watts. I'm going to refer to him.
That was done for a
Hey,
purpose.
Mr.
And it is absolutely not
Mr.
good.
Watts.
I'm not going to tolerate it. He will not sit beside me in court.
All right, we were set originally today for preliminary hearing. However, back on February the 6th, the court ordered Mr. Watts to be evaluated for competency. It was determined that he's not competent at this time to proceed to trial. So with that finding, Ms. Norris, what's the state's position on how to proceed moving forward?
Your Honor, the court needs to accept the evaluation from South Central and order that defendant be placed at Larned to become more competent, or in an attempt to become competent. And generally, the court then takes the case off the docket until we get reports back from Larned. I will say that the list is long and not fast moving. So it could be some time before he actually goes to Larned to start the process. Although local mental health has a program that they're working with Larned.
Not working with any mental health.
Mr. Watts, Mr. Watts, I'm going to mute you.
You can send me to Larned. I can order from
Mr. Watts,
there.
you need to remain quiet until it's your turn to speak.
I'm Lord of Lords, King of Kings. I will speak when I want to.
Can we mute him, please? Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Norris.
And I don't think that he probably would qualify for that program, just based on his I guess attitude so far today. But that might be a possibility, but probably not specifically for him. So it like I said, it could be some time before he actually goes to Larned to start the process. But we can do the order and have it to the court maybe by the end of today, just get him on a list.
All right, the court has had an opportunity to review the evaluation and will order him to Larned to restore competency so he can stand trial. Mr. Watts, is there anything that you would like to say at this time? And he can be, all right, Attorney Watts, standby counsel, do you take any sort of a position at this time?
I do not, Your Honor. As I noted yesterday in the email, I don't believe that we can proceed, given that he has decided to proceed pro se, that he obviously cannot proceed without being competent first.
All right, I'll address the defendant, James Brent Watts, at this time. Is there anything that you would like to say? And he can be unmuted.
Here I am, Vice James.
All right, is there anything that you would like to say regarding the order for competency?
Me?
Yes.
That's a bunch of nonsense. You'll never medicate God out of me. You're just playing around. It's all desperation. I worship, worship, the God of Saturday Sabbath. And anybody that doesn't is of Satan and the Antichrist. And that is, I worship, worship, on day G. Count it out in the alphabet, what number it falls under. The words of the numbers and the numbers do not actually line up. And I'm not going to have communication getting screwed up in here. Many words have different spellings and everything. No, like Savior, Savior, and there's an OUR. And others, honor, truth. Also, you've played with the nines and got everything all out of kilter. Every time I'm in court, we have the Bible and everything of the God I worship, worship, on Sabbath, Saturday. There are no immunities for any testimonies, no prosecutors, no judges. I am the judge, jury, and executioner. When
All right,
is said and done.
Mr. Watts,
I am Christ,
that's fine.
James, and you will all deal with me.
All right, Mr. Watts, the court does order you to be treated to determine competency or have your competency restored. And the case will be pulled off docket while that process works its way through. We do keep track of those regularly. So anything else, Ms. Norris from the state?
Time is on my side. I've got eternity. You guys don't.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, if there's nothing further, we'll be in recess.
When I get out,
Good day.
the world is mine. My kingdom comes forth of my fathers. Saturday Sabbath. And you can tell all the goddamn Catholics that I'll be coming after the Vatican and papacy.